Hey Doge family, it's Hey John today. I'll be covering some cryptocurrency news today, about Dogecoin specifically, and I also cover the Dogecoin technical analysis. But in this video, I will be covering today the Dogecoin news. Okay. Um, but before we get to all that, do me a huge favor and tap the subscribe button and tap the like button because this helps spread the Dogecoin news to people who have not been exposed to Dogecoin, so we can grow the Dogecoin community. Okay. So let's talk about news today. Today is March 27, 2021, and the current Dogecoin price is about 5.5, and that's pretty good. It's actually going higher than I expected, which is even better. Also to note, Dogecoin is getting a new partner, okay? I'm gonna say new partner because FTX is FTX cryptocurrency derivatives is essentially an a cryptocurrency exchange that is doing a huge marketing campaign right now, okay? And what it is right here. Cryptocurrency industry to get first major U.S. stadium with Miami-Dade County approved FTX for heat home. I believe this was American Airlines at first, but now they're going to change it over time to FTX. And basically, you're going to see a giant FTX logo on the Miami Heat Stadium right there for the NBA. That is going to be huge for the cryptocurrency and huge for Dogecoin. We will see why in a moment too. I will show you the numbers as well and what this could potentially mean for Dogecoin. Moving on to the article though, the deal approved by the Miami-Dade Board of County Commissioners on Friday is for over 135 billion dollars over 19 years. Okay, that's a lot of money, right? The NBA still needs to approve the deal. FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried said in an email. The company now joins a long and sometimes checkered history of firms with stadium naming rights. A city trying to rebrand itself as the center of the crypto world could soon have a cryptocurrency exchange emblazoned on the stadium of its NBA franchise. That is huge, people. NBA gets tons of viewers every year. NBA final. Miami Heat has been a very successful franchise, right? They've been in so many and they've been in probably like maybe I think 5 or 6 NBA finals from what I can recall for maybe the past 10 years. So that being said, there Miami Heat is a great marketing campaign for cryptocurrency and Dogecoin in general here. So FTX will gain, I would say, a tremendous amount of customers from this, based on the fact that one, NBA basketball is a very popular sport. Two, Miami Heat is a very popular team and it's a very dominant team in the NBA. And you know how and we all know how the world works, right? If you win, you have our attention. When you lose, we forget about you. All right. So, with that being said, this is good. This is going to be huge for cryptocurrency in the years to come here. FTX has won the naming rights to the entertainment venue currently known as American Airlines Arena, home to the Miami Heat. The deal approved by the Miami-Dade Board of County Commissioners on Friday is for $135 million over 19 years. The NBA still needs to approve the deal before it becomes official. FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried said in an email, the NBA did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The Heat declined to comment, which makes sense, right? Obviously, most companies, in general, they do not like to speculate. So you will never hear them say anything until the deal is done. So right now, it's still in talks, but this is gonna be huge, though, right? I mean, if this happens, and I'm more inclined to believe that it'll happen sooner rather than later here, it's gonna be huge. Look at American Airlines. Look at American Airlines. They're probably looking a way to get out of the current deal, right? Of being an advertiser for the Miami Heat Stadium, because the airlines this year, obviously, you know, from a pandemic of last year, 2020, to up to now, flights have been pretty much abysmal for the most part. You know, we had all these bailouts for them through the like the CARES Act, all that kind of stuff, you know, and they basically got so many billions of dollars here. So I'm pretty sure for them, for American Airlines and most airline companies, they're trying to become more lean. So if they can, you know, cut this out of their possible marketing expense, this is great for them, right? And FTX may even get a bit better deal I mean, that's the way I see it. So I believe this will happen more likely, and the fact that cryptocurrency is actually growing and gaining more market acceptance, right? We're seeing it getting flashed, Dogecoin getting flashed on Fox News every now and then, right? We're seeing it pop up on CNBC every now and then, right? These are all the stepping stones for cryptocurrency to grow and most importantly, gain market acceptance, okay? And rate adoption here. And that's kind of why I ask you good folks who are watching these videos to subscribe and like so YouTube can share these videos with more people so we can get more people into the Doge family. All right, then. The company now joins a long and sometimes checkered history of firms with stadium naming rights. Some brands become synonymous with their franchises, like Gillette and the New England Patriots, or Staples Center and the Los Angeles Lakers. For other companies, however, the naming rights served as billboards that reminded audience of their struggles. Sport Authority had to bail on its sponsorship of the NFL Broncos Stadium after it went bankrupt in 2016. Enron famously had the rights to the MLB's Houston Astros Stadium before an accounting scandal brought down the company. And in Oklahoma City, Chesapeake Energy's branding, wow, that's CHK, by the way, on a stock market, is still on a basketball arena for the NBA's Thunders, even after the company filed for bankruptcy protection last year. I think CHK is basically a huge natural gas company. And yeah, they basically went BK or bankrupt. Yeah, that's true. Probably due to all their overspending habits. The dot-com era two decades ago provides even more fodder for naming rights gone wrong. Tech company CMGI was the original sponsor of what would become Gillette Stadium, but had to scale back that agreement after its stock tanked. According to a CNN report at the time, now defunct companies Adelphia and PSI.net also had NFL stadium rights near the turn of the century. Politicians and business leaders in the Miami region have worked over the past year to make the company a welcoming environment for tech and crypto firms. That's true, actually. I saw a few weeks back the mayor of Miami was proposing that the city of Miami invest in cryptocurrency for the pension funds for the Miami workers, So this makes sense right here. Francis Suarez, the mayor of the city of Miami, told CNBC last month that Miami is positioning ourselves as a city as one of the most tech-friendly cities in America, and has announced that city employees can choose to be paid in Bitcoin. Holy cow, that is pretty good. So when I heard this mayor a few weeks or a month ago, it sounds like now they can actually do it now. Holy cow! Imagine being paid in Bitcoin here, right? You all of a sudden your salary increases by 5 or 10% just because the market depreciates by 5 or 10% right there, right? So imagine getting a raise from the city as well. That is pretty cool. The only problem I see here is that is how they would navigate all the taxing and all that kind of jazz. That I'm not too familiar with because I'm not sure how it is to be paid in Bitcoin, but it's a very interesting concept, and I'm very glad that Francis Suarez, the mayor of Miami, is doing this because this is what I think is going to help lift employees out of poverty who have lower wage jobs here, and I think it's great because Bitcoin isn't going anywhere, crypto isn't going anywhere. It's the only place it's going is up and to the moon. I just wanted to say that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Many of the commissioners and Daniela Levin Cava, the mayor of Miami-Dade County, praised the agreement that the funds from the deal that could be used for initiatives to curb poverty and gun violence. A few of the commissioners, including Rebecca Sosa, raised concern about awarding the rights to a young company that has a limited U.S. presence. But the deal passed with an overwhelming majority. You know why? Because people like money. And cryptocurrency currently has tons of money. FTX is a huge company. They have a huge valuation, okay? And they're only going to grow because cryptocurrency is growing as well. FTX is an international cryptocurrency exchange that does not operate in the U.S. and has more products than its counterparts, FTX US. Bankman-Fried said The two are separate companies, and he is the majority shareholder of both. Of course, it's his company, right? The Miami Heat have been one of the most successful NBA franchises in recent years, appearing in 5 NBA finals since 2010 and winning 2 titles. There you go. This is a great investment for FTX, in my humble opinion. The return from this is going to be insane because Miami Heat has I believe, a large Latin American, population there, and to my knowledge, as of this current day, most people into cryptocurrencies are mostly people who are college educated and traditionally speaking, I would say Caucasian, right? So not that I'm knocking anyone or trying to talk bad about any about any ethnicity or anything like that. What I'm trying to say here is that this is going to expose a whole new population that have not been exposed to cryptocurrencies, right? But they like sports. So when you watch a sport, you say, "Oh, what's FTX?" Go on your iPhone, right? Type it up, FTX. Oh, cryptocurrencies. Oh, I see on Fox or CNBC or CNBC every now and then. I never knew what it was, so let me look into it, right? And booyah. They're gonna find my video explaining Dogecoin, and they're gonna jump into it. Obviously, it won't be that simple, but I hope it would be though. It'd be great if it was though. But the whole point is to give the market exposure right there, and it's to be great for cryptocurrency and Dogecoin in general. And I just can't believe that this is happening here. This is like amazing, honestly, amazing, because you're gonna see it plastered all over the building right there. People are gonna see it day in and day out, and eventually it's just gonna be ingrained in your brain. Like for me, I live in LA, where I see Staples Centers, I associate that with LA Lakers for the most part. Great Western Forum, I associate that with the Lakers as well. That's because it's been there for so long, right? So this as well is the beginning of the ingraining of people's brain here. American Airlines, it's gonna be a thing in the past. Everyone's gonna forget about it real quick because it's an airplane. Okay, great, but yeah, we don't need reminders of an airplane. But cryptocurrency is just starting here. This is the foreground of the beginning of exponential growth, and this is gonna be fantastic. So now we're going to go to FTX a little bit, and I'm gonna go to some of the details here to kind of explain to you guys why FTX US is gonna be huge. Okay, for Dogecoin, great partner. Here it is. FTX.com, right? This is the international version here. So basically, they have their own FTT token, all that kind of jazz. You can invest into it, and that's kind of what it was going to be for. What's his name again? His name is where's his name at? Bankman, yeah. Bankman Fried owns the FTT token, right? Because it's obviously his token right there. But so let's go FTX US because this FTX this one here is international. We can't trade that for me, you and I who live in the United States. This isn't for us, but we can use the FTX US though, okay? But check it out though, FTX UX here, okay? Check this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dogecoin on the top six. Right when you see Bitcoin, you're gonna see a few other cryptocurrencies, but then you see the altcoin Dogecoin right there next to the search bar right there on top, not hidden away, right? I don't see a Ripple here. I don't see Ethereum here. And honestly, who cares? Oh, I see Ethereum, but it's all the way to the right over here though. It's all the way to the right. Who cares about them? Bitcoin is first because Bitcoin is the gold standard right here, right? And Dogecoin is next there as well, and it says the word new next to it. So I'm assuming they probably just listed it as well, and it's near the front. So this tells me that Dogecoin, it has a huge following for FTX US, and that's kind of why they emphasize that. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the fees now because I thought he's curious, right? What the fees are like, right? Because when you trade this kind of stuff, as a more retail trader, the fees kind of bug you. So tier 1 is 0 to 0.10 to 0.4. Okay, that's not bad. These fees look similar to kind of like Binance or Kraken for the most part. Maybe a little bit lower. But let's not get into all that though and comparing it. But the fees aren't too bad though. But as far as I know, Robinhood has the cheapest fees. So that's kind of why I use them personally speaking. And if you want to use them as well, you go to the link below and check it out and my link, and you can get a free stock as well if you sign for it. Okay. So this is the FTX US interface here. It is not bad at all, people. It is not bad. I actually like it. It's pretty cool. I just want to show it to you guys real quick because I'm all about technicals, So this for me is kind of up my alley, And it is a pretty good interface. You can see the order book right here. You can kind of see how it kind of pulls the bulls and bears, and you can see the current buying or limit buys and sells. So it's pretty good in driving where you buy stuff. So this is for the FTX US for Dogecoin right there. It's not bad, but I still prefer the Binance one overall because it seems more cleaner. Because for this part for this part of the screen here, you can't move it away. So or maybe you can, but I don't know. Usually I prefer it on the bottom, so I get more chart screen because you don't really need to see this right here. But maybe some people like it there, so that's fine too. But more importantly, I'm gonna go over the reason why I think FTX is gonna be huge for Dogecoin. Okay, so in May 2020, FTX US, our US regulated exchange went live here, right? Let's keep all the boring stuff right there. So we have over 350,000 users already signed up to our waitlist for this product right here. So yeah. You have over 350,000 users. That is a large user base right there. Okay. Check this out too, okay? So also we can see also, despite its short history, FTX US has already established one of the deepest and most liquid order books in the US market, often showing greater than 100K in orders at the best bid and offer. That's huge also because that means that liquidity means that it's easier to trade. So that's really good. FTX US is bringing huge liquidity to the crypto markets, and it's giving more people access to crypto markets right here, right? Because obviously Robinhood doesn't list everything. Webull, same thing. But Binance and Kraken kind of have a bigger crypto listing here as well. But right. One more thing to note also. To oversee our expansion into the U.S., we brought on Sina Nader, formerly the head of crypto formerly the head of crypto at Robinhood, as the FTX US COO. Okay, first of all, Robinhood is huge on trading stuff, and from what I understand from a few weeks ago, reporting on Vlad, he plans on growing his cryptocurrency team as well and making a Robinhood wallet. So that's gonna be huge for Dogecoin. All right, and the most important thing about FTX today, right? The FTX token is pretty much FTX for the most part, right? The company is kind of involved in this right here. So the current FTX market cap is about $3,418,000,000. Okay, that is huge liquidity for the token right there. So I'm assuming that this is tied to FTX as well because it's kind of like Binance has their own token as well, so it's kind of like tied to it. This is kind of like I would call their stock gauge, I guess, for their own company here. But of course, it's a token though, so this is pretty big though. $3 million, 3.4 billion. And what is Dogecoin market cap? I believe 6.5 billion, maybe a little more now since the price went up. So maybe $6.8 billion here. So yeah, Dogecoin is a little bit bigger than FTX as of right now, but the thing is that you have to be aware of is that there's 350,000 users, and there's a $3.5 billion market cap on FTX right there, right? So that could drive potentially huge money into Dogecoin, right? Think of that. Imagine even $1 billion went into Dogecoin, right? We may see like I don't know, maybe 8 cents or something or 9 cents if that happens. So and it's very possible just because of that. And the thing is that this number here is only beginning. All right. Remember, FTX US has only been in the US since March. I mean, sorry, May of 2020. That's been like what May, March, April, May, March, April, May. It's been in the US only about 10 months, and it already has 350,000 users already. That's put and with the FTX marketing on the Miami Heat Stadium, I only believe that it's gonna grow more and more and more and more. Okay, because the NBA has millions of viewers, every year for every finals and everything. So we're gonna see tons of new viewership, and we're gonna see tons of new literally tons of new people signing up for FTX US, and they're gonna gain market share in the crypto market sooner rather than later. I mean, I don't see Binance doing this. I don't see Kraken doing this. But FTX, I would say they're more forward thinking, right? They really want to go into the US market and penetrate it. And this is the way, in my humble opinion, this is the way. And I applaud them for it. And this is gonna be huge for the Dogecoin community. And as always, do me a huge favor and do yourself a huge favor by growing the Doge community by doing two things: subscribing to my videos and liking my videos and sharing it as well. If you could do that as well, that'd be great. And this is Hey John. I will catch you on the next one.